Welcome back to FM Story. In the last episode, we began season 13 of this South American Glory Hunt save, and things started pretty well. We won the state championship. We've already made it through to the knockout stage of the Copa Libertadores, and we're joint top of the table after 3 games in the league. We have made it through the third round of the Copa do Brasil, which is one stage further than we did last season. The performance wasn't great in the 2 legs against Brasiliense. Once we come up against some bigger teams in the competition, we're going to have to be much better than we were in that third round. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We've made it into the middle of May, and we've got the 4th round of the Copa do Brasil coming up. We are away at Coritiba in the first leg. Coritiba are a fellow top division side. They've started the season okay. They've got 7 points from 5 games so far this season, so a big step up on what we had in the third round. We have already played them once in the league, so hopefully we can perform better in this 4th round of the Copa do Brasil. Since the end of the last episode, we've played 3 games, 2 of them in the league, which was a 2-0 victory over Curitiba and a 2-1 victory over Botafogo, which means, as far as the league's concerned, we are top of the table, having played a game more than Flamengo, who have a slightly better goal difference than us. But 13 points from 5 games is a decent start. We just need to really, as was the case last season, the emphasis of this season is purely on the Copa do Brasil. We need to go far in the competition and hopefully win it this season. The other game we've played was in the Copa Libertadores, a 2-2 draw, coming from behind twice against George Vilsterman to round out the group. So we've ended up finishing top of the group with 13 points from 6 games. Jorge Vilsterman went through in second place with Municipal and then Olympia in last position. So obviously we're in the knockout stages. In the second round, we've been drawn against Penarol. So hopefully we can get past them and go far in the competition like we did last season, because the more we win, the more confidence it breeds, hopefully, for a Copa do Brasil run. Unfortunately, we have suffered a big blow in that Leonardo Perez, who is one of our 2 best central defenders, has broken his leg and is going to be out for probably another 5 months. We do have cover, and it just makes the signings we made towards the end of last season, or in the summer, or in the mid-season window of Beraldo, bringing him back and bringing in Lucas Daniel on loan that we've now turned into a permanent deal. Really, we needed those just to give us the extra depth that we're now needing to use in the centre of defence. Other than the injury to Leonardo Perez, we should have a full squad available. We do have a few issues up front in terms of who's going to score the goals for us, because Andondo really didn't start the season well. Negredo has been playing, but he's only got 1 in his last 13 games. And we've relied on goals from elsewhere so far this season, but we need to get one of them scoring. So this is the side we've picked for the first leg. With Perez out, we've gone with Beraldo to partner Vladimir. We've opted for Mismar Silva to come into the team, with Aravena pushing forward to play through the middle. And we've got Niagu playing, but we are about to miss him for a chunk of the season, potentially, because he's been called up to the Romanian squad for the European Championships. Right, so they're going with a 4-4-2. Hopefully we can outrun them in midfield, or in the middle of the pitch even. They've got the ball though. Dimas wins it. Lima into Aravena. Lima makes the run. and could have probably found Landazuri in the middle there, but squares it. It comes all the way through to Mizamar Silva. I think it probably took a big nick off the defender in front of the keeper, but he's immediately repaid the faith that put him in the team. I mean, here, I think Lima could have played Landazuri in, but he goes out wider and then drills the cross in, and then Landazuri and the defender miss it. Silva sweeps it home, and that's 1-0 and a goal away from home as well. Right, throw for them in our half, lumped the ball into the box to the back post. Dimas gets his head on it. Lima forward to Aravena. And Dimas goes past his man on the right, still going. Low cross in, cut out at the near post. And they're bringing it away down their left. And that's far too easily for them to have got away from their own box there. Pedro down the right, cross to the back post. And luckily, that leaps up onto the roof of the net. Right, a free kick for them. Towards the back post. The keeper came, got nowhere near it. But it's been disallowed for some reason. Don't know why. Right, a free kick for them on the edge of the box. They've been in quite some promising positions. Eventually they get the ball in the back of the net. I think that one might be offside, but it's offside from there. And we've rode our luck in this first half, and no doubt about it. Aravena then loses out, but Lima now back to Vladimir. Back to him again. Back to Felipao in goal. Beraldo to Dimas. Lima on the right now. Niagu. We're doing quite well keeping the ball here without necessarily progressing it too far. Niagu finds Landazuri though. Aravena's in. And he beat the keeper, but he beat the post as well. And there we are, half-time, 1-0 up at half-time. We have got lucky. I still don't know what that first one of their disallowed goals was disallowed for. The second one, definitely offside, but we've certainly rode our luck in that first half, and we need to be better in the second half. Right, we've made two changes because we had a couple of players struggling. So Lima's gone off and Foscaldi's come on and gone up front. And we've brought on Nathaniel Garcia for Niagu. But not much is happening at the start of the second half. Right, a corner for them. Felipao comes and claims it. And then goes long. And Dimas picks up the ball from their header. Goes past his man. Whips the ball into the box. Up in the air. Scaldi brings it down. Finds Landazuri. And the keeper shoves it behind from close range for a corner. Aravena to take it. In swinger to the back post. And the header goes high over the top. Right, we've made our last changes. We've brought Jan Koto on and moved Dimas to left back. We brought Mateus on and we brought Ndondo on as well. Right, Ndondo turns, runs at the defence. Out wide to Koto, into the box. And the keeper gets down at his near post to turn behind for a corner. Ndondo to take it. Into the near post, comes back to him though, takes it down, shifts it onto his left foot, and the keeper makes a great save to turn him around for a corner. Koto with a corner from the other side. Ndondo moving it about on the edge of the box, but we're wasting a chance here by the looks of it, although we're still going. So Vladimir goes all the way back to Felipao. He lifts it out to Koto on the right. And he loses out, and now we're going to get done on the counter-attack. And we've blocked it behind for a corner for them. I mean, if they score from this, we've gifted them a way back into this tie. In-swinger. We've got a head on it, and then we managed to clear it. Another corner for them. Again to the back post. This time they got a header on it. The keeper was in no man's land, and luckily it goes over the top. Into injury time with a long goal kick. Garcia back to Vladimir. Now Dimas at left back. Nathaniel Garcia finds... Oh, we've moved it on. Silva into the box. Still has it. Pulls it back. And Mismas Silva skies it from close range. And there we are, 1-0. I mean, at least we've got an advantage going into the second leg, but the performance wasn't great, and we certainly rode our luck throughout that game. They could easily have scored, and we need to be so much better than that if we want to have a chance of winning the trophy. So we're now at the end of May, and we've got the second leg coming up against Coritiba. And to be perfectly honest, we've not had the best run of form since the first leg. We are still just missing Leonardo Perez, so we do still have pretty much a strong squad available. Immediately after the first leg, we lost 2-0 away at Corinthians in the league before we beat Fluminense 4-0 at home, and then we lost 1-0 away at Grêmio, which means as far as the league's concerned, we're currently sat in third. We have played a couple of games more than the teams below us. And hopefully this isn't a sign that we're just about to drop off. Coritiba have slipped a couple of places as well in the league since that first leg, but we're going to need to be much better than we were in the first leg if we're going to have any chance of making it into the next round. So this is the side we've picked for the second leg. Obviously, we're still missing Leonardo Perez, so it's still Beraldo and Vladimir. We're still struggling to get goals from a centre forward, so Ndondo gets another run up front, and we need to get a result. So they're 4-4-2 again. We've gone with the same formation. All right, Beraldo with a free kick for us into Niagu, back to Silva, Niagu to Dimas. Aravena. And they seem to be willing to let Beraldo and Vladimir have the ball a lot, and then try to stop us getting the ball any further forward. Dimas now, though, gives it away in the middle of the pitch. And now we could be in a bit of bother here. And that is really reminiscent of how we went out of the Copa do Brasil against Vasco da Gama last season. We seem to not get anywhere close to them. I mean, here, that ball takes out 3 defenders. No one tracked the run. And it's level on aggregate after just 11 minutes. And it's well onside as well. And very, very little else is happening. They've got a throw now deep in our half. And we've let them just drift into the box, and luckily that comes back off the woodwork. And then Felipao comes and claims it. Long. Luckily that falls for Aravena. Can we get the ball into the box, please? He goes past his man. Low pull back. Landadu, his shot blocked and behind for a corner. And Dondo across to take it. Into the near post. And it comes back to it in Dondo, but he was offside. Right, a corner. Aravena aims to the back post. And the head is just too high. And there we are, half time, 1-0 down on the night, 1-1 on aggregate, and we have been distinctly terrible in that first half. Right, we've kept the same team. We've rejigged the front three to see if that can give us a bit more of a potent threat. Dimas to Ndondo. Ndondo to the byline, pulls it back to Dimas. Silva shifts it, smashes it off the inside of the post, and it's come back out. Garcia with the throw, Silva back to him. Garcia finds Aravena, cuts onto his right foot and just didn't bend enough. Right, we made a change up front. We brought Negredo on for Lima. And they've gone long with the goal kick and they've won the knockdown. Garcia tidying up though, goes back to Filipao. He goes long, looking for Ndondo. And now we are probably going to concede again here, I think. Into the box, pulled back. This is not really working, is it? Right, we've tweaked things a bit as a way to try and somehow get back into this game, but we are struggling a bit here, I think. Aravena with a corner, and the keeper comes and claims it easily. And then he goes long. Beraldo with a header, but straight to their player. And now they're in. And that is, I think, game over, cup run over, probably time at Atletico Mineiro over. Just dreadful. Right, we've made the last of our changes to get fresh legs on. Somehow get something from this. Right, Koto with a throw. And Ndondo back to Koto. And Ndondo now shifts it onto his left foot. And crashes it off the woodwork. Right, another throw. I mean, we're deep into injury time here. Anything we get is likely just a consolation goal. If we do get anything, again, not on target. And there we go, full time, knocked out of the cup again. And I think that is probably time for us at Atletico Mineiro. I don't think we can afford another season of just treading water to try to get another crack at this. I think we need to move on to Colombia or Uruguay now. There we are at the end of another episode and likely the end of our time at Atletico Mineiro. I think the time's come now. We can't afford to sit around and wait for another crack at the Copa do Brasil next season. As we said, we need to move on to Uruguay or Colombia. At the moment, jobs-wise, it's not great. The two jobs that are available, Cerro Largo in Uruguay and Unión Magdalena in Colombia, don't exactly inspire an awful lot of hope that we can win anything there. There are some insecure jobs in Colombia. Both America de Cali and Deportivo Cali are insecure, as is Millonarios, which I think would probably be the one out of the two that we would be most interested, of the three, I think probably most interested in. Looking at the first half of the season, though, they did finish down in 12th in the Apertura, which meant that they wouldn't have even qualified for the semi-finals. America de Cali were 13th. Deportivo Cali were 11th. So none of the three of them qualified for the Apertura. Hopefully it was just a blip, but I think probably any of the three would be a jumping off point to go back to Colombia to try and win something. Join us in the next episode to find out where we begin that episode, whether we stay there the whole episode as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.